Okay, so today's argument is going to be women. I mean, women, what do? They actually keep men in line. So when I say that they actually keep men in line, it means just a simple thing, which is actually the idea of having like this thing that actually keeps going around and around your life as you being a woman. Obviously, you're not a woman if you're watching this video. It's probably you're not a woman. And actually you have women, you have men, so you keep men in line. So like there's this line, or obviously like this circle around the woman, around their social circle, and she actually keeps them in line, keeps them around her. So what do I mean by saying that? When I say that, I just mean, and I just want to say that even though you are in a relationship or otherwise, I mean, even though you are like in a marriage or you're actually dating someone, the thing that is gonna happen is that you're gonna find out that your woman, or obviously your girl, your girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, probably as some kind of man in line. That actually means that she has someone as someone that gives her the attention that you're not giving her, or maybe that fulfills that missing of attention from you. So that missing part that she is not getting from you. What do I mean by that? I actually mean that, for example, let's make it real simple with examples. You know, I like to keep things simple. I don't want to make it like overcomplicated. I just want to keep it simple so it actually becomes pretty easy for you to understand. Obviously, pretty easy for me to explain that since I'm not even native English. So, say for example, your woman is not getting sexual attention that you should be giving her, like in a relationship. Now, what's going on there is that she's probably feeling the missing part in the relationship on the sexual part. Okay, so even though she's not gonna betray you and things like that, she's not gonna go with someone else, and she's obviously not gonna date someone else. What she's gonna do is she will actually accept the attention of another man while she's in a relationship with you. And that could actually be pretty sick, because you can find that maybe she's actually texting with someone, texting with a man, or maybe she's trying to, you know, she hugs a man a little bit more like a friend or something like that. That's poor bull crap. And obviously that's what happens when there's a missing part inside of the relationship. On the other end, there's the same thing that happens with the emotional side. So if it's not with the sexual part of it, it's not with the sexual side, it's gonna happen with the emotional one. So with the emotional side, what happens is that she's obviously not getting the I love yous that she should be getting, or probably she's not getting like the attentions that she should be getting, like for example, like little behaviors that you could actually put in act to show her that you love her a little bit more, and probably you're not doing that enough, and so that brings her outside from your attention and makes her want to get that kind of attention from another man, or obviously from other people. So like for example, you're not courting her, like you bring the courtship to an end, and you never have to do that. You obviously need to keep the courtship alive inside of a relationship. Obviously you don't want to end that easily, and that has to keep on going. And like for example, when she finds out like that there are men out there trying to court her because they want to get laid with her, she's gonna give them like she's gonna talk to them, she's gonna take those attentions. Like for example, she's gonna take a friend that takes her out, a male friend obviously, that takes her out for, I don't know, like for example, for a drink, for a dinner. And you know, baby, tonight I'm going out with a friend of mine, and he is a really good friend of mine, and I'll talk to you later on the night. Maybe she's going for a dinner, for a lunch with a friend, with a colleague, with a co-worker, whatever it is. So you're gonna find out that she's probably gonna give these attentions to someone else. And when she's doing this, you're pretty much fucked up. Not to say it in a bad way, but it's gonna be really hard for you to take her back. So you don't want to get to this point too far. On this point, you wanna like prevent that thing to happen. So you don't want that to happen right there. You want it to, when you actually see that it's something is going on. So it's not gonna be completely like she's gonna cheat on you. But obviously, it's when you see that she's actually pulling away a little bit. You have to get on your mind and actually try to understand she's actually getting away, obviously pulling away from you because you're not giving her the attention that she wanted. And if you are in a relationship, she's probably gonna show you that she wants the attention. So it's not like in the pickup side when you're actually acting like a fucking alpha man and all those kind of things. Obviously, this is really, it's way deeper. So it's not about just being, the bad guy and all those kind of things. I mean, those things really work when you're trying to attract her, but not gonna be working later on in a relationship. So when you're in a relationship, the real problem is trying to get into that line and trying to keep the line balanced. So you're actually finding this Zen point, like this balancing thing, this balancing place where you're actually trying not to give her too much or not give her too much. So you have to balance on that. If you go too much on the lower side, what's gonna happen is she's gonna go away. And if you go too much on the upper side, so you're giving her too much, she's gonna go away anyway. So it's like a straight line. So you have like this straight line over here. If you go too much up here, it's bad. If you go too much down here, it's bad. This is the balancing point. Obviously, you're not gonna keep the balancing point in a relationship like forever. It's not gonna be always balanced. Obviously, you're gonna go a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. We have to keep this straight line in mind. If you manage to stay on the straight line, it gets easy to handle and manage a relationship in order to make it a really good relationship, obviously for you and for her. And so, just to sum it up, you need to know that women do keep men in line. They have like this line, they all got a ticket right there, ready to get laid with her when she gets dumped or when she obviously gives up on you and dumps you. So in this case or the other, she always has man ready. She just needs to get her ass on the Instagram, and she just needs to check her instant text messaging and just get some man to go out with her, and that's easy. That's done for her. It's not the same way for you as a man, and that's somehow work you're gonna have to do. So that's a bad side. Obviously that's a con of being a man. And so, to sum it up a little bit more and make it really easy for you, what I'm going to be talking about is actually the idea of balancing. So you have to keep it balanced, not too much and not too little, okay? So keep it in mind. She's pulling away. What did she ask you? Did she ask you for more attention? Okay, so you're going to give her more attention. She's pulling away. Why she's pulling away? Did you give her too much? Did you court her excessively? Like for example, too many flowers. Flowers are like the biggest bullshit you will ever do. Like giving her too many flowers, bringing her taking her too many times for dinner, paying for things that you shouldn't be paying for her. So keep that thing in mind. I mean, wake your mind up. Just try to understand. If you're giving her too much, it's going to be better as much as if you're not giving her that much. So I know it sounds like a little bit crazy, but when you're in a relationship and you have like this idea pretty clear, it becomes easier to handle a relationship, which is what was not for me like before. Like in my past years, I always had relationships where I got to a point where I would not be able to understand whether I was giving too much or not giving enough. And that kind of thing actually made me a little bit sick, because I always got to a point where my relationship would actually be I would find myself with a girl that was actually asking for more, and I was not able to understand if I was giving it too much or not enough. And because I was actually really blocked out from, I mean, it was really inside my mind, instead of just feeling the love, just feeling the relationship going on and flowing. So still keep in mind that the techniques that you're gonna be applying when you obviously not the techniques, but the behaviors that you're gonna actually apply to appear in a good way for a girl, at the eyes of a girl, when you're trying to court her, and obviously when you're trying to get to her, get laid with her, and start a potential relationship, are not gonna be the techniques that you're gonna have to apply when you're inside a relationship. So those techniques slash behaviors are behaviors that you're gonna have to learn in a relationship, and that kind of relationship means that when you get to the point that you both love each other, so you actually told each other that you love, I mean, she told you that she loves you, you told her that you love her, obviously what happens there is that you need to learn to give love. So you need to learn also to think without prejudice towards the person that you're building something with. So you have to keep it really balanced, and try to always find out for the balancing when you're dealing with a girl in a relationship where you love each other. I'm not talking about, I mean, in this situation, I'm not talking about the initial phase of a relationship, like for example, which is not even a relationship, like the initial phase of when you start to know each other. You know, when you're actually courting her, like you picked her up at the bar, you exchange phone numbers, you took her out for a day, you got laid with her, you both had sex and things like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that when you kept the courting, so you kept like going out with her like once a week, then you got to the I love you phase, which is the love phase, where she falls in love with you. You fall in love with her, and obviously at that point you need to balance the relationship. So you need to still be able to give love and still be able to keep the courtship a little bit alive. You don't want to make it end, you need to bring it like to this balancing point I was talking to you before. You're gonna find that out on the behaviors she's gonna actually adopt towards you, and those behaviors are gonna be two. The first behavior is gonna be where she pulls back, so the pulling back behavior, and the second behavior is gonna be the loving behavior. Obviously, the pulling back behavior is the behavior where she actually pulls back because she doesn't want to be with you. And when she does that, you need to understand, what did I do before? Did I give her too much, or did I not give her too much? So maybe I gave her not enough. And when she puts that behavior, you need to understand that and then adopt. So adjust. Okay, so adjust. Sorry, not adopt. Now the second behavior is the loving behavior, when she actually shows you love. So she wants to be with you, she wants to stay with you. In that time, in that moment, you're doing things in the right way. So you're actually cultivating the relationship in the better way. So I really hope this content was helpful to you. Just share, comment, like, subscribe. If you got any questions, you find all the links to the social networks down below in the description. You can actually ask me questions in the comments, in Instagram, WhatsApp. Obviously, there's also a link to text me right there on WhatsApp. You ain't gonna spend shit. Obviously, it's gonna be for free, and obviously I'm gonna answer you for free. And I really hope you enjoyed this. It's gonna help you out, so you have a good day.